Chapter 3. The Exchange. The morning sun rose over Okiera, spilling gold across the mud huts and winding paths. For the first time in years, Chike awoke not to hunger, but to the scent of roasted yam. His mother, whose cough had plagued her for months, moved about the small kitchen with a strength he thought she had lost forever. Her voice carried into the room, light, almost joyful. "Chike," she called, "come and eat. The earth has blessed us." Chike sat up slowly, his gaze falling to the small mound of soil beside his mat. From it sprouted a single green stalk, thin yet pulsing faintly with golden veins, as though sunlight flowed through its body. His heart lurched. The seed! He remembered the figure's hand, the whisper, the choice he had made in the stillness of night. He told himself it was only a dream, but now the evidence grew at his feet, alive, undeniable. When he stepped outside, villagers were already gathered. Their voices buzzed with wonder. Where the earth had been dry and cracked, now vegetables sprouted in unnatural abundance. Birds circled the hut, singing louder than he had ever heard. A neighbor pointed at Chike, her eyes wide. This boy carries fortune in his hands." Chike felt heat rush through his chest. Fortune. That word had always belonged to others. The men in polished suits, the merchants who mocked his rags, the sons of chiefs. But now it belonged to him.
Yet, as the day passed, unease stirred. One villager returned home to find his goat lifeless, eyes clouded white. Another discovered his yam barn rotting overnight, though the harvest had been fresh. A child coughed until her lips turned blue, while Chike's mother walked strong and smiling. For every blessing that touched his hut, a shadow crept into another's. That night, as he lay restless on his mat, the whisper returned. "Every gift has a cost. Do not look back. Step forward."
Across the ocean, Marcus scrolled through his phone, heart pounding. His bank account blinked with numbers he had never dreamed of. Thousands, tens of thousands. The weight of debt was gone, replaced by sneakers lying neatly on the floor, a new phone in his pocket, respect in the eyes of classmates who once ignored him. But sleep would not come. Every night, footsteps echoed in the hallway outside his dorm. Slow, deliberate, never stopping at his door, but always near. His laptop flickered, sometimes showing his reflection smiling when he was not. His mother's voice cracked on the phone, her laughter forced, as though she sensed something dark she could not name. He closed his eyes, pressing his palms to his face. Money filled his hands, yet peace slipped further away. In the marble halls of Brussels, Karl Voss stood taller than ever. The contract he had signed bore fruit swiftly. Campaign donors appeared like magic, rivals stumbled, and newspapers praised his leadership. But in the mirror of his office, his reflection sometimes smirked when he wasn't smiling. Once, during a late-night meeting, he swore he saw the figure's shadow seated among the ministers, nodding whenever he spoke. Each victory tasted of ash. Power surrounded him, but freedom had vanished. In Shanghai, Li Wei's company flourished. Trucks rolled through city streets bearing his logo. Investors cheered his name, and his face graced the covers of business magazines. But accidents grew frequent in his factories. A fire swallowed a warehouse. A worker fell to his death. Protests rose at his gates, voices chanting curses he tried not to hear. At home, his daughter stared at him differently, no longer with love, but with a quiet fear that hollowed his heart. Each contract signed tightened a chain he could not see, though he felt it dragging at his chest. Far away, in a candlelit retreat, the religious council prayed, but their voices trembled, for their visions grew darker each night. The monk spoke first, his tone unsteady. "I see a boy in a village. He holds a seed that glows with gold." The priest's face paled, and around him others fall into ruin. It is as if his wealth drinks their lives. The imam sighed heavily. "This is no blessing. It is a debt written in the shadows." The pastor closed his Bible slowly. Then the harvest has begun, and the candles flickered as if agreeing. Back in Okeora, Chike could no longer ignore the truth. Wherever the golden stalk flourished, death followed. Children coughed blood, goats collapsed in the fields, friendships soured into envy. Yet his hut brimmed with gifts, meat, fruits, even coins laid secretly at his doorstep by neighbors who sought his favor. His mother praised God for the miracle, but in her eyes lingered a shadow of unease. One night she whispered to him, "Chike, blessings do not come like this. Something is wrong." Chike wanted to tell her everything, but his tongue froze. The whisper filled the silence before he could speak. Every gift has a debt, and debts must be paid. That night, he tried to bury the seed far in the forest, but at dawn, it pulsed in his palm again, brighter, heavier, alive. He tried to burn it, but the flames only made it glow stronger. His hands shook, his breath ragged. The figure appeared once more, stepping from the shadows of his hut. Its smile was patient, cruel. "You cannot return what you have taken. You asked for freedom. You asked for wealth. And now the exchange is sealed."
Chike looked at his glowing hands, his heart drowning in fear. The voices of the villagers outside cheered his name, but inside the hut, he realized he was no longer free. And so, as Chike and the others taste the sweetness of sudden wealth, the shadows grow deeper, reminding us that nothing comes without a price. If you've been drawn into this journey, don't forget to subscribe. More chapters of mystic debt await, and the story has only just begun.